Oh, good morning, early birds. Thank you. Thank you for being here yet again. And we get to just keep on improving our awareness, because with the changes that are coming to this planet, as we've talked often about, the 3D now and the 4D now and the 5D are all occupying their dimensions, doing their thing on this planet. But we're going to look at some other angle before we dive into that this morning. And but I first want to say good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Lisa and Jim. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Ashley. What a perfect day for all of us to be here, just ready to absorb what we are here to absorb. That's pretty general, isn't it? But each of us has something very special to get as a message this morning. Really, really special. And it just may come, maybe not in the words said, but it just may come as an intuition at some point along the way. And we're going to look at how that are, I call them the DDSs, our deepest, darkest secrets, those things that we don't like to think that we still have lurking within us and still maybe involve ourselves in, but that they can become the greatest fuel. They can become the greatest motivation. This is what's so cool about what we might discuss this morning or meditate on, and that is they become fodder for that ongoing sacred fire, where we just take our wounds, we take our limitations, we take our so-called deficiencies, we take the what labels we have given ourselves, what others have given ourselves, and we turn them into the bright side of us, the bright side of us. Yeah. We use them as fuel, as fodder in this sacred fire or this kindling that's always there. And a fire tender is so highly regarded in the indigenous, because they tend to fire, they keep the fireplace going, which means that there is the tribe gathered together to just see each other, to love each other, to understand each other, because they know there's no tribe unless there is unity in that tribe. So the fire tender is pretty important role, and we all need to kind of play that role with ourselves. Okay, so close your eyes, my dears, and thank you for your your listening your listening awareness. Thank you for that. Thank you for absorbing these lessons that we get every day, our daily lessons, and lessons to evolve, or lessons to let go, lessons to see ourselves in a new light, a new and get a new frequency feeling we've never had before. That kind of thing. All right. So begin with your breathing as always, my dears, and just settle in to that beautiful you, with all the things that might not seem like you want anymore, or they might not seem, they don't fit anymore. But those are the things that are going to become our kindling for the sacred fire of constant lifting our awareness and being aware that everything is still spirit, that everything is perfectly going according to the divine plan in our lives, that everything is evolving. Everything is evolving. And if we can be patient and just pay attention, we're going to learn some lessons that have taken us lifetimes to learn. All right. So find that beautiful awareness with the breath, with this moment, with your heart, and with your soul. And just feel yourself just open to learn something very valuable in this morning's meditation. Just be open for that possibility. And I'd like to begin with this idea of embracing those parts of us that need this sacred fire update, the alchemy of the sacred fire update. And the principle here is that we are not here to exile those so-called DDSs, those deep dark secrets, or those parts of us that are still open wounds, or what, however you want to look at it, right? Those challenges that we've had since we were old enough to know that we had tendencies. But let's just know that they are not here to exile us, but to bring those dark parts back home into our soul, to bring them back home, to bring that part of you that maybe isn't the most pleasant to deal with, and to bring them back home, into the home, into your light, into your loving hearts, and your pure intentions. So, embracing the shadows talked about a lot. What I like this little paragraph about it. We are made of light. We are made of light. So let those words and the vibration of them bring on the light within you right now. As if it's always been there. It is always on within you. But we are not only this beautiful divine light of God. Within us, each of us lives a shadow. The unspoken, the wounded, the wild, the uncontrolled. It is not our enemy. This is our lesson this morning. It is not our enemy. There's nothing wrong with us. They are there to be fodder, to be kindling, to light the fire of awareness and keep it constantly burning. So maybe even visualize that sacred fire in your soul cave, and you there as a soul rebel, keeping it alive. The energy of that part of you that is commonly called the shadow. And this shadow part of us knows it has an intelligence, and it knows exactly where we've been hurt, what we've hidden, what we still long for. And we need to now embrace this friend called our so-called shadow, or mistakes, or bad habits. It knows everything, so let's learn to listen to it. Let's learn to feel the limitations of it, and at the same time to take the energy of it and go the opposite way of the limitation. So if you're quick to blame and it's kind of embedded in your DNA by now, you're quick to blame, we can now look at just seeing everyone in their perfection, seeing everyone as a child of the light. Can you imagine transforming this sense of blaming yourself into seeing everyone with more compassion, more forgiveness, more love? So let's listen gently, without judgment. And the shadow will be less of a shadow. It'll be a friend. Gives you really good motivating energy, really good motivating energy to upgrade your awareness. Every time we can listen to it and know there's the greatest learning of all in it, the shadow softens. So let's feel that grace and the Holy One's blessing on us right now, however this is sitting with you. But feel them. Feel the grace with you. And as this idea of having a shadow and having it be wrong and shouldn't be there and all that, it becomes a guide. It becomes a guide. It's like, oh, there it is again. Now I can use it for the positive. Every time you're reminded of a limitation, let's say, of a negative mindset, that, oh, there it is. And you change it, you alchemize it into this higher feeling, into this more joyous vibration that you can feel within yourself. And you start hungering for that higher vibration more and more, because that shadow turns into the sacred fire, light, eventually. It's light at its core. Everything about you is light at its core. So it becomes a guide, because wholeness is not perfection. It's embracing. Wholeness is not perfection. It's embracing the full truth of our humanity, embracing the full truth of our humanity, every piece of us, good, bad, and ugly. We are still spirit. God loves us no matter what. We know there's only good news for us. We know we have this divine energy, this divine love, this divine clarity. We know we have that at our disposal. So let's embrace it all, my dears. The whole you, without dividing you up. This beautiful you, that tender, loving soul that you are, and also maybe a whipping temper, or a doubting Thomas, but you also have devotion. Do you see how the duality works? And you might have the ache and the awe all going on at once. And the sacred fire keeps burning as you put a smile on your God face and feel the energy shift within you as you take these so called shadow pieces and parts and you turn them into light and peace and happiness and understanding. Because as you learn this lesson, as we learn this lesson, we're going to have a total shift in how we see those in our life, husbands or wives or spouses or partners, people at work, and everyone in general. If we change, everything changes. So, this is how we patiently bring home into our hearts, into our wholeness, those parts that hold so much energy within us and so much divine potential within us. As we bring ourselves from being compartmentalized, good parts, okay parts, more spiritual parts, into one beautiful consciousness. That I am right here, right now. I am good. and I am plenty. I am whole and I am surrendered. I'm at peace, and so is my world. And now I would like to bring up another aspect to all of this. Very important. Very important. That one of the most powerful forms of compassion is letting go of who people used to be. Letting go of those versions of ourselves and the versions that we see in others that no longer fit, that no longer fit us and it doesn't fit them. It's like outgrown clothes hanging in the back of our closet. These old selves are stitched together with the mistakes we've stitched together. Again, if we look at this shadow side, we stitched together the mistakes we've made when we didn't know better. We stitched together the words we regret saying. We stitched together the pain we inflicted while drowning in our own inflictions. But as time moves forward, so do we, my dears. Hold this for yourself right now. Hold this for your loved ones. Hold this for our world. But as time moves forward, so do we. Sometimes slowly, sometimes with struggle, but always with the possibility of change. Let's just take this feeling you have right now, this vibration you're in right now, and let it pull you into the light. Let it hold you and carry you into the light. Because I want us to still listen to this. And you probably all can identify with that. Sometimes a single mistake that either we make or someone can overshadow a lifetime of goodness. Oh my, oh my. That one mistake can overshadow a lifetime of goodness. How one bad chapter can be unfairly treated as the entire story of our lives. One bad chapter can be unfairly treated as the story of our lives. So let's just embrace this because I think we all have this so called shadow side. It's easy to freeze people in time, frozen in time, to judge them by the worst thing they've done, to forget that we are all works in progress. But we aren't static. We shed skin. We grow through discomfort. We evolve often in ways no one else can see. And just think of your own self, how much you've changed, my dears, in this short season of life. How different you are from how you were in the past months or years. And you know friends too who were once reactive become gentle listeners. People who used to run from their problems now show up for others with unwavering presence. You yourself have probably seen chaos give birth to calm and recklessness transformed into wisdom. You've seen this. You are involved in this. There are people in your life that have made these kinds of changes. And change doesn't always come with a grand announcement, as you know. It comes quietly. It happens in private, in the small, consistent choices made when no one's watching. See, I wanted to do this stream today before we look at the 5D and the 4D and all that stuff, because you know that the old has to die before we can bring on the new. And that's the process we are all in, to letting go of the old, right? So growth is not glamorous, it is sacred. And as you sit here now, and I sit here now, and we hear these words and feel these vibrations, please bless yourself. Please bless yourself and anyone else in your life that may have gotten some blame and shame and labeled. Because when we hold people hostage to their past, we deny them the dignity of becoming someone new. We overlook the courage it took for them to look inward, the courage it took to confront old wounds and to choose a better way forward. We overlook that. Every one of us carries a story we wish we could rewrite. But that doesn't mean we aren't worthy of a fresh page. This is the nitty gritty of compassion and forgiveness, my dears. The nitty gritty of this duality of life, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, the spirit and the material. So every one of us carries a story we wish we could rewrite, but that doesn't mean we aren't worthy of a fresh page, a new beginning, or a second chance. What makes each of you so beautiful and powerful, and our tribe so beautiful and powerful, is that this goes right into practice today. Can you imagine the shifts happening in your generation today because you are here in this meditation? Greedy, as it were, to change those parts of you that aren't the real you, that are the old you, because the new is coming back. It's coming back through all of this beautiful, sincere God time, soul time, making the changes, making the shifts. You're coming back. And so is our planet. And so are those in this transformational time of their lives. There's a huge shift in the making here. So finally, just to conclude, and I'm so happy that we talked about this particular aspect of the shadow. And how we cannot have any labels on ourselves or others because it doesn't fit them anymore. What fits us is the infinite. So finally, no one should be forever chained to a version of themselves they've already left behind. We are all navigating this life in real time, learning, unlearning, falling down, standing back up. And if we can forgive ourselves for our growing pains, we must extend that same grace to others. Because at the end of the day, none of us are finished, put out to pasture. We are becoming. And we'll go to that tomorrow, how we are in the new day with new ways, with more hope and more clarity and more enthusiasm than we've ever felt. So let's visualize our hands holding each other's hands right now and feeling the pulse of God's energy passing through from your left hand, arm, through your heart center into your right arm, hands. As we make a circle of love, a circle of seeing so clearly and honoring with the deepest respect and marveling at how beautiful and transformative, how open we are to do whatever it needs to, to be done for our courage, for our spiritual tenacity, and for our friends. Let's put the world inside the circle of love that we're making and be happy that we are alive in this very special time on Mother Gaia with very special friends from many lives. That's you and me and others. And the loving care that is provided for us, sometimes just out of nowhere. This loving care of the Cosmic Mother who has our back. We're backed by this power of the Cosmic Mother, backed by the power of the universe. So thank you, my dears, for another sparkling morning. At least it felt that way to me. And thank you for accepting the shadow challenge, so to speak, and now seeing it in a whole new way as one of the greatest forms of alchemy we could possess. That's simple. And that simply said. Let's just take everything that seems to bring us down, knock us to the floor, and put it into something spectacular and a new, improved mindset, heart set, and soul determination. And we thank you, Holy Ones, for taking care of business for us this morning, meaning that as we pondered on thee, you were out clearing the ground for us, clearing the day, and setting us up to have so many beautiful one-on-one moments with you today, so that we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are in real time, that we are in real time with the divine. And so it is, so shall it ever be, and it is, so be it. Aho. Oh, I should have said something after the aho, and that is, whoa, I went a little longer today. Oh, well, that had to be said from my little perspective, what we heard there. So thank you. Did you take it in, everybody? Did you, Sarah? Wow, what a day for you to be here. Wow. Oh yeah. What's this, Ash? Ash, that was right up your alley, man. Not to say it was meant for you, but you are such a um, stalwart being. You are, Ash. You've been through, and Cammy, you all have been through the wars. Yes, you have. And you've come out shining armor with shiny armor on. It's beautiful. And that's not to mention Sarah hasn't been through her wars, and Lynn as well. And the rest of us that came on this morning. Debbie, oh yeah. So I really feeling for all of you. Isn't it make a difference to know that we are all in the same boat? Row, row, row our boat right. And then we're all keeping cadence, though. That's the beautiful thing. Nobody's in the ship with us that's trying to, turn the oar a certain way so we go the other way backwards instead of forwards. We're all rowing together. We're all in sync. We all are having the same experiences. We are all growing and changing together. How beautiful is that, right? And this is real time. This is real time, even though it's a dream experience, it's real time. So we're really in for something. So I will get to that those three dimensions in one now on planet Earth tomorrow. All right, we'll get to that. Can't talk about the golden age enough. Enough. Yeah. My very favorite subject these days. Yeah, it's the golden age. All right. Well, having said all that, we love, we care, and we share. And how about I see you? I see you. I see you. I see you. Yeah. That's good. I like this. I see you. All right. Much love and light. Please go give hugs to your family, please.
Blessings, beloveds. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, everyone
Namaste.
have a wonderful day. Well said, Ash. All right.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye, Sarah. Thank you.